Hi guys. So it's actually already Saturday. I blew it. I did not get Fitness Friday up on Fitness Friday. So hello, my name is Amber. Welcome to Ooh Ah Crochet. Today is supposed to be Fitness Friday's video. So I will insert a clip here. As of last night, I was down to 248. So I'm kind of fluctuating between 246 and 250. It's kind of depending on the day and the hour. So I have lost another, give or take, 5 pounds, which I'm starting to see more and more. I'm starting to see it in my legs, especially, which if you could see my legs, you would be very shocked that there's not as many, how do I describe it? There's not as many rolls on top of rolls, or, like fluffiness. The fluffiness has kind of disappeared or dissipated. My legs, they're not as taut. I guess that's the best word I can say. Is before you would grab them and it was like a full thing, right? Like the full core. It was heavy and weighted, and nothing, no room for wiggle room. Like the skin was completely stretched to its max capacity, because that's where it was at. And now it's very, very loose. So I can only imagine, as I lose more weight, that it's going to get looser. Hopefully, Mom and I got a membership to Planet Fitness, but we have yet to go because she hurt her knee and has not been able to do much. So, of course, you sign up for a gym membership and then something hurts, which is the case, I think, every time. It just seems like something goes wrong. But I'm trying to be mindful of drinking more water, but that comes and goes. So I can tell when I'm drinking more water that I feel better, but I always have my coffee. That's always been a thing. So I have had some recent bouts of constipation. And for those of you, I know it's a lot of information, and if you don't want to hear the TMI, I appreciate that. I understand. But ever since I was a little girl, I've always been constipated. So I don't know if that's from the EDS, if that's from the thyroid, if that's from whatever else my body is doing, or, things like I have opposite reactions to medicine. Does fiber have an opposite reaction to my body? I don't know the answer to that, but I can tell you that on the carnivore diet, or on this diet that I've been on, if I don't have enough fat, I get constipated. But I was on Weight Watchers twice, and another diet. It was called Ideal Protein, or Ideal something. It might have been protein. I'm not sure, but anyway, on that diet, I was extremely constipated, like 5 to 7 days constipated, which is not. It's not a good thing. It's not good for your body, but I was so used to not going every day that I didn't know the difference until somebody said, well, you got to cook your vegetables. You can't eat them raw. You can't eat, 2 pounds of vegetables raw every day. That's not great for your body. So I guess, you learn the hard way. But recently I was very, very constipated. I didn't even realize until probably day 4 or 5 that I was having problems. It wasn't until I had heartburn so bad and my stomach was distended that I knew that I was like, oh, it's been a few days. But my heartburn was so bad, I couldn't sleep. I take Rolaids. I never take Rolaids. I never have heartburn. But it was a complete, like, all around rib burn, and then it was in my back. And I knew when it was in my back that that was a bad sign. That was a very bad sign, because usually I get like a back fever. Yeah, so it took me probably another 2 or 3 days to clear that, which is just, it's scary because it took that long. But I don't do well with like Miralax or any of that stuff either. Like that, I took that one time and I actually passed out at work in the middle of my shift on the bathroom floor because of the pain. So I have very, when I have stuff like that, I have very intense pains that I can't seem to get through. So I steer away from that. All I did to remedy it was have some fat. I was eating more leaner stuff. I was having my steak, or my hamburger, but I wasn't having extra. So you're really supposed to have like butter or some sort of oil, healthy oils like bacon fat or something like that with it. And I ended up making my brown butter bites, which felt better. As actually, as soon as I took a bite, I actually felt better. I don't know, the chemistry of it, was better. I had 3 or 4 pieces of bacon in the morning, and then I ended up having 3 or 4 pieces at night, along with some other stuff that I ate. But and then I've been having my brown butter bites ever since. I have had some fattier pieces of meat, like some pork steak. Pork steak, if you get a good chunk of it, has a lot of fats in it. You can cook it in the air fryer, you can cook it in the oven, or on your stove, whichever you prefer. But that seemed to help. So then I overdid it, and of course I went the other way for a few days, and now it seems to be, well, I don't know. We'll see where we're at. But that's a lot of information, and I'm sorry if you didn't want to hear all that. And you've probably either fast forwarded or stopped watching by now. But if you haven't, the other thing I wanted to talk about was, besides the skin differences, the texture differences, like with EDS people, you can see like their skin is really super stretchy. And because of my cuffing, because of the lipedema, you can't see that quite yet here, but like on my arms and my other areas, like the skin it's super soft where it's not dehydrated. My hands are dehydrated right now, but it's very stretchy. So now that my neck skin is not all stretched out, it's very stretchy, which is one of the signs of EDS. Normally, there's a huge portion of the population that, if you have EDS, which is Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, you're skinny and you have very flexible skin, and you can do I can't remember where there's a flexibility or a hypermobility test that you take, and you score very high on that test. So anyway, I can score 7 out of 8, and I could do that even prior to losing my weight. So I'm very hypermobile. But that was the other thing, party tricks. You think that they're party tricks, that you can do certain things with your fingers. You can joint them and bend them. They're not so great when you're older and you can't. And those are the actual joints that are slipping. I've been dealing with the last couple days is this finger here. I don't know what nerve it is or what ligament or joint, but it hurts here, this knuckle, this top knuckle there, and I don't know which way to pull or massage or ice or what, but it's causing me, so I couldn't do this part couple days ago, but it feels bruised. Like the whole thing feels bruised around the inside of the knuckle. I haven't done anything different. I've been crocheting, I've been doing laundry, I've been dishes and driving and kids, and so it's not like I've been doing anything different, but somehow I nicked a nerve and it's just been whew. And I tried to put on my compression gloves and it it's really, really tight. So I mean, I don't see swelling in my hands, but I suppose there could be. And I have big hands, so I have big hands for a woman, so I'm told. I have a big head for a woman too. But yeah, so anyway, that finger is it's very painful. I even popped the joint back in, so I don't know if that helps, but I'm able to figure out which joints are causing me the problems and pop them back in, which is just another one of those things. So Fitness Friday has turned into my my medical history, I guess. But the other things that I'm hoping to do is to try to get my children to not, or at least to get them active, even if they're still eating the processed junk food, like to get them more active. And for them to be more active, I need to be more active. So that's, again, you know, we want to go to Platinum Fitness so I can build up some muscle strength, because I am losing muscle tone, I believe, which I don't want. You don't want to lose muscle when you're losing weight, because you're having the muscle is what's burning the fat when you're resting and sleeping. And so I know what I should be doing and what I need to do. It's just getting it done is the problem. But if you guys are having struggles with your health or with your diet, with, you know, questions on just like how to get motivated or moving, you can leave them down below, and if I can answer them or if I can help you, I will do that. Again, I will show a picture somewhere around here of where I'm at right now. I did notice that my proteins improved. My proteins actually went up since the last picture that I showed. It actually went up like 0.4 points, 0.04 or 0.4. So instead of a 6.7, I'm at a 7.4. So that's that's good, because really my proteins are very low, and even though I'm only eating protein, obviously my body was very, very low in protein. And that might be another sign, you guys, to have your levels tested. Like, are your iron levels right? Are your vitamin D and your vitamin B and there's so many different vitamins that can cause you to have inflammation. They can cause you to have pain. They can cause your body not to work right. And so I highly recommend getting a blood panel done to see where you're at. You know, you can look up in Google. It's dangerous. I mean, this is not a doctoral advice or anything, but, you know, look up your symptoms. You can look up, like, I was having like chest pain, but not chest pain, like tenderness, like the muscle itself was tender and hurt, and there was no reason for it. And there was a few other symptoms that went with that. But I was watching Dr. Berry, who is like keto friendly, carnivore. There's he does a bunch of other stuff. But he was talking about iron drops. Iron supplements help with that, and it did. I was very shocked. Like, that pain, that tenderness, that went away. So I just put 2 iron drops in my coffee or water or whatever I choose to take that day. And it seems to have helped, which is just crazy, because I know, and you have to eat like a lot of like organ meat, or you have to, there's certain things that you can get iron from, and a lot of people think like what was it? Idolized Self? I forget. But anyway, I'm getting off the subject. My brain is kind of fried. It's like 2 o'clock in the morning. So, but there's all kinds of research you can do. And I wouldn't know as much as I did about EDS until I went and watched the YouTube videos on the actual clinical diagnosis and clinical information that was put out there on YouTube, which is amazing. It's like the information that they're talking about for EDS is actually clinically describing things that happen. Research has been done, things that have happened in the UK. They have a yearly get together and stuff for all this, and they have hours and hours and hours of videos that you can watch, and it's done by doctors and professionals and like all kinds of just amazing people. And that's what I want. I don't want to listen to somebody that's not it's like going to college but not having the college course. Does that make sense? Anyway, again, I apologize because this is very rambly, but I am down another few pounds, give or take, 5 or 6 pounds since the last time I had shown you guys. So roughly it's 60 pounds down since July 30th, which is huge to me. Like, I'm actually going to have to get some new clothes eventually because they're literally falling off, which is good, but the fat girl in me is having a hard time not holding on to that comfort, extra space, extra clothing, cloth, whatever around my body. So that's going to take a bit for me to get rid of those clothes. I guess we'll see what I part with. Obviously the 3 and 4X shirts that I have, that when I put them on and the V-cut goes past my chest, obviously that's too big and I need to get rid of those. So yeah, I'll be working on that. I will try to be back here next Friday. We'll see how that goes. I hope you guys are well. Stay hydrated, get your sleep. I noticed that sleep has been a tremendous help. I know it's been a help. It's probably helped my pain levels also. So I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks for staying with me. Bye.